Hey everybody, it's your favorite guy in the gaming YouTube industry. Well, maybe not always your favorite guy, since right now though I have not just one, but a total of 2 subscribers. And for my first and second subscriber out there, again, I want to thank you all for subscribing to my channel. I hope I keep it entertaining for you. This is episode 9, sort of redone again, except with a different subject. It's a watchword subject, and this is JuiceMan3941. That's my PSN tag, hit me up, and this is the Gaming Roundtable. That's right, discussion of all things games and things like that. I want to apologize. And again, I seem to be apologizing lately. Last night, I decided to do episode 9 about RPGs and how RPG mechanics are featured in so many games now. And it's a good thing, right? But for some reason, Sony's video thing didn't stream properly, and all you could hear is the audio while this blue thing was going across the screen like something was loading. Thanks, Sony. We love that secure, awesome network of yours. What? Oh, anyway. Tonight's episode of the Gaming Roundtable is also referred to now as episode 9. I'm redoing it. But it's a Watchwords episode. That's right. Watchwords. Today's episode, as you watch me play and run around in one of my favorite RPGs that I had on the 360. And then later on, they carted over to PS4 with this deluxe version enhanced edition of Risen 3. A pirate RPG? Yes. Some clunky mechanics, but once you get over the combat and understand everything, this is one of the most fun games. I enjoyed every minute of playing this on the 360, and I'm so happy they put it on the PS4 because it is one of my favorite games. This is Watchwords. Watchwords befitting for this game. This is entitled Acceptance. Now, what is acceptance? It's when you accept things, right? And we gamers are a bunch of cynical assholes, aren't we? Most of us can be bastards about the whole situation. You know what's interesting about our gaming, about us as gamers, as people, the things that we do? You know, when we buy these games, some of us will sit over there and we just sit there and we're like, oh my goodness, you know, what is going on? What exactly is happening here? And I hope I'm on the air, because a little on the air thing just popped up again, so I hope it didn't get all screwed up. And if it did at the beginning and you're just joining me, this is JuiceMan3941. I'm playing Little Risen 3, the enhanced edition on the PS4. This is episode 9, Watchwords. And thank you for my 2 subscribers if you're tuning in now or will later. I hope I get some more subscribers just like you. That's right. Let's go to the sponsors. Today's episode of Gaming Roundtable is brought to you by Beer in the Throat. Ah, that's good. Back to you, Juice Man. Thank you, sponsor. Anyway, Watchwords. That's episode 9. And again, if you're just tuning in, I had to redo episode 9 because of Sony's crummy video network, whatever, and it kept showing the audio, or hearing the audio, but not the video. And this is what we're talking about, the word acceptance. And as I said, we gamers can be just a pain in the ass to ourselves. We have a hard time accepting things about games. I think a lot of us do. And I think a lot of us just want to buy all those AAA titles that come out there, you know, buy what everybody else is buying. But, you know, it's not about the middle market and all this as I've talked to you about before. It's about accepting games for just what they are, you know, accept the games that we play for what they are and not what we think they should be. See, a lot of people did this with Destiny when it came out. And I know I've talked about Destiny here a lot of late, where Destiny's all, oh, you know, but then we saw these ships and we were supposed to be able to fly wherever, and it's like, no, they never said that. That never was part of that. We should just accept games, you know, for what they are, you know. I think a lot of us would you know, have a better appreciation of the games if we just accepted them. You know, just say, hey, look, we're going to, you know, this game came out. It may not be everything that it said it'd be, or there was hype, or whatever was going on. But, you know, personally, it's kind of like, I kind of see it that way. You know, why can't we just accept it for what they are? It would be nice. Sorry, I hadn't played this game. I forgot the controls. And that's what really needs to happen. Is if we could just sit back and say, you know what, let's just accept the game for what it is. I think we would actually enjoy the game. See, not too long ago, I had somebody ask me, on the 360, aren't you the guy that went, owned and played and went through the game Bullet Witch audio? I'm like, actually, yes, I did. I actually really enjoyed playing Bullet Witch. And yes, I know it's a discount Bayonetta, in the grand scheme of things. But Bullet Witch, for some reason, I always have had the ability to find the charm in games. The charm in games. I've always been able to play a game and look past all of its faults and just accept the game for what it is, without question. I think that's important. We should be able to do that. We should be able to accept games for what they are. And for some reason, we have a tendency not to do that. We just sit there, and as soon as we see a game that comes out, or it's playing, or whatever's going on, and the next thing you freaking know, oh my god, son of a bitch, this game is terrible, the graphics, this and that, and it's like, just accept it. Accept the game for what it is. It will make your life a lot easier. You enjoy the game, if it has some flaws and all. Like this game, for example, is just loaded with, bad games. It took me a long time to get used to the combat, which is very European in style and nature, where it's sort of a, timing based, and I know it's an open world role-play game, and it just doesn't play like any of those, but I'm telling you, the game is fantastic. It's just, I had so much fun playing through this game. There's several different guilds you can join. You join one guild, you can't join the others. It's got lots of exploration. There's even ship battles that happen, occasionally here and there. It's a pirate RPG. And there ain't many of those out there outside of, I guess you could consider Assassin's Creed Black Flag kind of piratey and RPG-ish. But it's just, that's my point. It just seems like people just had such a big uproar over this game, and other games that are in the same kind of boat, Oh, I don't want to play Blade at the time. I want to play, and Dynasty Warriors sometimes gets that flack. Not every game can be a triple tier title. Not every game can be a Halo or an Assassin's Creed. Well, the last couple of Assassin's Creed's been kind of like a sketch. But you know what I'm saying? Not every game can be this triple A, huge, colossal, everything about it is good. And when it's not, we as gamers have a hard time accepting that. Oh, wait a minute. Green light is on, guys. You know what that means? Time for the word from our sponsor. Today's sponsor is brought to you by the letter B for beer in the throat. Take it away, sponsor.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like, hey, me and Apollo used to drink all the time, before the Russian got him. It's like we have the beer in the throat. That's pretty good, give you the relaxed feeling, the relaxed brain and stuff. Back to you, Juice, man.
Sly, thanks for coming by. I appreciate it, man. Good luck on your retirement. But here's my point. Why Watchwords and Acceptance is so important. Not too long ago, I talked about Evolve and how this GameStop manager just could not accept the game for what it is. He just thought it was going to be something that it wasn't, and just hated the game for it. But, it's so much better just to look at a game and find the good in it. Find the good in it. Look around and say, hey, this game, this is actually a pretty fun game. And look at the things. Try not to look so at the glaring flaws of it, but find the charm in it. Somebody said, I had a friend that says, Thomas, you have questionable taste in games. You go from playing awesome games like when I had my 360, like Dragon's Dogma, and you're playing Skyrim, and you're playing, Call of Duty, and you're playing these cool, in Battlefield 4, and then on your PS4, you're playing, Elder Scrolls Online, Black Ops 3, Battlefield Hardline. You're playing these really cool, some of these really cool games. Assassin's Creed Syndicate is excellent, and Black Flag is awesome. And it's kind of like, but then you turn around and I see you're playing Risen 3 for hours, You're playing Sarah Kugara, Estivus Versus. You're playing these wacky games and like, why? It's like, well, because they're fun, I play games because I enjoy them and they're fun. I like games that allow me to explore and attack and combat and different things like that. And a lot of people snub their nose at this game I'm playing, Risen 3, and I'm telling you, once you acclimate yourself to the controls, combat becomes easy. It's a breeze. There's 5-6 different islands to explore. There's lots to do. tons of side quests. You know, there's just a lot to do and see in this game. And anyone that really just didn't bother to buy this game really missed out. Yes, the voice acting is not great. There is some swearing and stuff like that, and it is improvement over the second one, which I really never got the chance to play. But Risen 3, you just be missing out on something that's really fun. And I enjoyed every minute of it. You have several different crew members. You interact with them. You know, there's magics back in the game. It's just a really fun game to play, and it's a real shame that people just didn't bother to they just overlooked it because they just couldn't accept the fact that it wasn't maybe the best looking game. They couldn't accept the fact that the game did not have everything, you know, that these other bigger RPG type games have. But, you know, Risen has huge worlds to explore. It has a fun combat system once you understand its mechanics, you know. It has a great upgrading system, you know. Lots of different armors and weapons you can buy and different outfits. You have a variety of crewmates that come with you with different personality types that allow you to have different things that you can see and do and address with them. You interact with them. It's a really fun role-play game that has issues, but the gaming community out there just has such a hard time accepting games for what they are. Look at Bound by Flame by Spiders. Holy cow, that game is fantastic. It has elements of The Witcher, elements of Dark Souls. Its combat is visceral. It's got great customization. You know, it's got a great soundtrack. Now, granted, the voice acting is not all that great. It's adequate. The graphics are not the best out there, but they're definitely nowhere near the bottom tier. And this is a game that just has a lot going for it, and nobody bought it. You get it on a PS4 for like $13 at the local GameStop. It's absolutely a wonderful roleplay game. And it's not always about roleplay games. I'm the guy that absolutely loved Homefront when it first came out. I thought it was a great game. Its multiplayer was superior to COD and Battlefield in every single way. Not because I was good at it, because it really was. It was a fantastic combination of both of those games in many ways. I had other friends that were playing with me that we talk about it to this day, how much fun that game was. The multiplayer was so good and all that stuff, right? I absolutely loved Ghost Recon Future Soldier. I thought it had an amazing story and graphics and multiplayer, but hardly anybody bought that. You know, I was a fan of Konami's Blades of Time, Lords of Shadow. You know, those games were just fantastic and sort of middle tier, but like people just took a shit all over Lords of Shadow 2. I'm like, Lords of Shadow 2 played much more like the older Legacy of Kains that everybody loved. What happened? You know, but no,
we just can't accept the fact that this game is not wrapped in a shiny gold wrapper and does not, you know, give us a BJ when we command it. Ha 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 ha.
No, get over yourself for 5 seconds, you know. Not all gamers out there, not all games
are created equal.
They're just not. We have to learn to accept the game for what it is and not what we think it's going to be before the game comes out by just simply watching videos and previews. But when we do buy it, and even if it's not up to snuff, play it. Don't just give up on it. See if you can find things about it that you really like, you know. I took a chance on Risen 3 because I liked the concept of it. And turn around, end up being one of my favorite games. You know how many games I have bought over the years? You know, whether it be on a GameCube, or the original Xbox, my Wii U, you know, PS4, you know, 360, that I just saw, it looked interesting, and I took a shot, you know. To me, it was totally worth it, because at the end of the day, I had so much fun, you know, playing these games. They were excellent. And I just learned to accept them for what they are, you know. I tell this people all the time. People say, what's one of your favorite Sandbox games? What is one of your favorite open world games that's outside of GTA? I said, you know, besides Sleeping Dogs, which is an amazing title, I said, Watch Dogs. And people say, how can you like Watch Dogs? Ubisoft lied to us. There ain't that much to do in the game, and blah, blah, blah. It's like, Watch Dogs is a blast. I'm not just playing through the story. I love the concept of being able to go to different cameras when you're trying to take out a gang hideout or something. I like the car stuff that's in it. I love, the gunplay is fun. I enjoy Watch Dogs. It's just something about it. I find it to be a really fun game. It never really gets old, like turning the traffic lights and watching people crash into each other. I like, listening in on conversations. It's got a uniqueness about it that's different from most open world. And yeah, it's not like GTA where the run of it beat up people and all this other stuff, but there's something about it that I found really engrossing. I didn't give a crap what Ubisoft did. Now, I didn't pay $60 for it. I got it on sale through the PlayStation Network for like $24 when not too long after I got my PS4. And it's one of my favorite games. It is still one of my favorite open world games. I still play it. I go back and play it and have a lot of fun with it. And unfortunately, people were just like, well, Ubisoft said it was going to be this, and it's not this, so therefore the game sucks. I thought it was going to be like this. Just come on, man. Just play it. Accept the game for what it is, and not what you think it should be or what you think it's trying to be. If you go into a game thinking that, to be perfectly honest with you, you're going to literally just basically hate every game, And granted, yes, there are genres that you probably don't like. Hey, I respect that. If you don't like third-person shooters, you're not going to like a third-person shooter. If you don't like certain games or certain things, it's like, yeah, you shouldn't play them. Because if you're not going to like them, you're not going to like them. I don't blame you. But, at the end of the day, it is about those watchwords. Accepting it. Accept the game. Embrace it, You might find something that you never saw before. And what is this? Hey, word from our sponsor.
Listen to me. Listen to me now. I've got this big mug, and you got to listen to me. And they're going to put the beer in the mug, and then you're going to put it in your throat, and then you're going to drink it like this. Oh, that's good. That's good. We need to haul this out to the chopper. I gotta go. Back to you, Juice Man.
Thanks. Thank you there, Arnold. Appreciate you coming by. Acceptance is a big part of the thing. And I'm not trying to get on my high horse about it. But like I said, I've always been able to find the charm in games. Always have been able to see the good in what these games are trying to do. If we as gamers would sit around and spend the time when we play these games, half the YouTube videos that come out are all about how something is like pretty much ass. This game sucks. It's crap. I fucking hate it. God, there were so many hate-filled tirades about Division's beta more than there's been anything positive, even though the game's really, really fun, flawed, but really, really fun. Again, if we just accept the games for what they are, just do it. You'll be better off. And it's interesting to me, because I don't know why we as gamers are a bunch of cynical bastards and helpers and just can't do it. We just spend the whole time bitching and about the game. And it's just like, I don't know why. We just can't get over the fact if it's not what we think it's going to be. And it's just because it shouldn't be that way. Just play it, accept it, embrace whatever the game's trying to do. Yes, not all games, are going to be absolutely amazing. There are many games out there that just flat out really aren't that good. Looking at you, Vampire Rain, looking at you, Dark. But my point is, even them, there was something about those games that I could still kind of look at and be like, I could still kind of see something. And that's kind of the thing. I can play triple-2 games, and I can play games that are not that good. And yet, I always seem to find something about them that I really like, and it's really hard. And I don't know, there's just something about that. Really, and I'm glad that I have that. Yes, I know I've said it. I love asymmetrical shooters, but I'm probably one of the only people I know that really talks very good about that game. Everything about it. I think it's one of the best shooters they've made. how I feel about it. And that's really how I feel about it. And I'm glad that I picked it up. And it's nice to be able to play. And again, this whole, the acceptance thing is very important. I think we as gamers spend too much time bitching about the game and then not accepting it. So we want our games to be exactly how we feel they need to be, and they have to be able to have a problem with it. And it just makes me feel like that as gamers, why can't we just accept it for what it is? And yet we just don't. And it's unbelievable to me, because I feel like there's a lot of games out there that are going to GameStop, and they probably think, I'm not buying it. I am not doing it. And it's such a shame, because I think they need to. And if they only would do that, I think they would have a better time. Sorry, I'm getting my butt kicked out of this thing. Perry. Dogs. This little firebird thing sounds like. Now.
Not bad.
Alright. Man, that thing's tough. Waiting for my health to come back after eating all that loot. But I'm going to leave you gamers with this. Watchwords and acceptance. It's very, very important. I think you would find yourself with a more diverse library of games, where you would find games that you normally would not take a chance on, and then you do, and then suddenly you go like, wow, this is actually a pretty cool game. And I think that if you could look past some of the flaws in some of these games, I think you would find yourself in a much more enjoyable position. You would be like, wow, this is actually a pretty cool game. And that's where I feel people just don't do. And if they did, they would have a lot more fun, in the game, and they would have a lot more fun going shopping for the games. And they would see that, wow, this is actually a really cool concept, or it's this or that, instead of sticking with the same old. I don't think that's bad thing, but I think that if you're going to stick with the same old, there's nothing wrong with that, but I think you're missing out. A friend of mine that I play games with, and we always talk about, hey, you're missing out. And I think we are. I think gamers out there they're just too up their ass about how they're game that they're buying or is supposed to be. Like they're not. Again, just remember, not all games are created equal. And that to me is tell yourself, you can't expect them to be. If you do expect them to be, then you're going to miss out on a lot of things. You're not going to be able to accept them as they are. I always talk about how Darksiders 2 was criminally overlooked. That game is amazing, or how even, let's see, Suda51's, let's see, what's the game? Lollipop Chainsaw. That game's amazing.
Bastard.
How did people not play it? It's excellent, and totally worth your time, if you ever get a chance to play it. And there's a lot of games, out here on the PS4 that I think people would generally speak which is a shame. Okay, I gotta get out of here. I got it. Too much to deal with. Sometimes those games like that, they kind of throw it at you. But anyway, again, I'll leave you with this. If you're going to play a game, and you go to GameStop, and you're looking at what they have out there, a library, or whatever it is that they got going on for you, you know what, guys? Just, don't just look at what everybody's playing. Look at their entire wall, man. See what people are doing and playing. Take a chance on a game. Look at the back. Maybe watch a video of it. See if it's something you might like. Because I'm telling you, if you just bought some of these games and accepted them for what they are and not what they're trying to be and not what you think they should be, I think you would find yourself, finding these hidden gems or gems out there that people, that you would really, really like. And at the end of the time, I think you'll be a much better, diverse gamer for it. As always, gamers, I'm the Juice Man 3941. Wait a minute, we have just one more time for a sponsor here, and you know who is brought to you by. Hi, today, beer in the throat, Chris here. I think you should drink. Wow, that's good. Gotta get it. Back to you. Thanks, Chris. As I said before, gamers, accept the games, man. That's all you gotta do. You'll find yourself to be a better gamer for it. And as always, gamers, I am the Juice Man 3941. Check me out at WordPress.com, Gaming Roundtable. This is episode 9. I will have episode 10 coming to you real soon. Please stay tuned. Thank you, my 2 subscribers. Thank you all for viewing the video. This has been the Gaming Roundtable. And as always, gamers, good gaming.